Hello Exiles, welcome back. It's I, Nerdbird, and today I am keeping that struggle alive to try to get everybody alive inside of Path of Exile 2 to the end game. Now, every time I start playing Path of Exile, I always enter the game thinking that I'm... But I quickly hit the reality that I'm getting bullied by mini bosses, the big bosses, and even sometimes huge packs of NPCs. Bully! Whenever this happens, I always like to step back and consider a 3-rule system that I've been trying to follow for years and has led me to great success. And today, I want to share it with you.
First, learn rule number 1.
POE2 can be very punishing to exiles if they don't maintain a grounded sense of pace in-game. On one hand, I see giga grinders that literally blow through maps in seconds, which gives me the false sense that I should also be destroying maps in the same way. And on the other hand, I have friends who are living on the other side of the world from me and are gaming all day while I'm having to work, so I often get a feeling of anxiety that I need to catch up to these guys and finish the content up at least to their point before they start gaming the next day or on the weekend. Now, I don't think it's impossible to replicate or catch up to these guys and gals. However, I don't really need to. Path of Exile 2 isn't going anywhere, and as you will start to notice now that the game has been out for a couple of weeks, all the grinders and those friends that are ahead of you are now either getting burned out on the character that they're playing, or they're just naturally wanting to start a second class to kind of see how another playstyle feels for them. My suggestion here is to slow down and slowly, incrementally increase the pace while you're on a map until you finally get curb stomped. At that point, you'll be able to gauge what your pacing game should be, and this is the most important thing to keep in mind because with success comes happiness, and we definitely don't want to be this guy.
Rule number 2.
Resistances are key to your future in-game, and you want to maintain resistance levels as close to max throughout the game if you can. Of course, there are those out there which have natural spacebar dodging abilities that remove them from this rule early on, but I promise you, at some point, everyone faces the resistance boss, and if you are playing a class that doesn't need to, GGG will find a way to nerf it. Trust me.
I hate you!
A great example that comes to mind is the first boss you face at the end of Act 1. I still remember jumping into it thinking I was untouchable because I flew through the first act campaign without a scratch. Then, got one shot. Mostly because I didn't know the mechanics, but if I had taken time to max out my cold resist, I could have had more time in the fight to see the mechanics and even possibly adapt and fight him to the end on the first go. Now, every item in the game has a chance to roll a resistance modifier outside of, I think, a weapon. And keeping this in mind, you don't need to grind for hours to get it. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You can just go to the POE2 marketplace, link below, and you can literally buy it in seconds. Not only can you buy it, but you can find it with multiple resistances on any piece of item that you are looking for, and it is relatively dirt cheap. At least it's cheaper than you trying to craft it. And when you're searching for these items, don't go for the single resistance modifier. Always make sure that you are searching for a piece that is specific for your class, meaning if you need energy shields or armor or whatever it might be, as well as 2 or 3 different modifiers at a higher level, such as like 30% resistance to cold, fire, or heat, or 20. I typically try to start at the exact highest that I can think of, which is around 30. I know you can get them higher, but I will put cold, fire, lightning, and I'll put 30 as the marker, and if nothing pops up, I'll slowly start reducing the numbers until items do start popping up. And this will save you time because if you just put that you want all the resistances, you're going to find thousands of items and you'll be searching for hours.
Rule number 3, ignore rule number 2.
Finally, and I know you're about to roll your eyes at me. You need to know your class and how that class can survive inside of the game. Now, I know there's a lot of modifiers and it can be a work in progress for you to learn how to do this, but I have 2 modifiers which are going to be easy and go across the board. There's no class out there that's going to hate having them on their item sets. First is Mana Regen. Have you ever wanted to just attack over and over and over and over again without fat fingering the number 2 button? That's Mana Regen. Try to get Mana Regen as high as possible. 40, 50, 60, 70 if you can. This will change your life. The second is going to be life on attack. Anytime that you attack a creature, your life pool starts rising up. I mean, it's filling up your life without you having to push your life flask. Of course, it's not going to fix every situation, because in boss fights or in certain cases you are going to take a lot of damage and it won't cover it. But having Mana Regen as well as life on hit are absolute game changers. So, learning the pace that fits your playstyle the best, making sure that your resistances stay to a premium level so that you're able to take some damage, and finally finding the right modifiers to make your build itself work in a proper manner is going to be key to your success and fun inside of this game. I hope this has helped you guys, and if there's anything you would like to add, please throw it in the comments below. Remember, anything that you're looking for, I'm willing to research and make a video to help you on. Have a good day and take it easy.